Federal High Court sitting in Abuja has been asked to bar the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Olukayode Ariwola, from swearing in the President-elect Bola Tinubu on May 29, pending the determination of whether it is compulsory for the winner in a presidential election to get 25% of votes in the FCT. The suit was filed by Mr. Ayegbunam Okoye, David Adiza, Jeffrey Uchen, Osang Paul, and Chibuike Nwachukwu, describing themselves as registered voters of the FCT Abuja. They allege it was unconstitutional for Tinubu to be declared winner of the February 25 election, despite failing to score 25% vote in FCT. A declaration that no state of the country is at the same time the FCT for any purposes whatsoever, including in particular under Section 134 2B of the Constitution. A declaration that no candidate in the February 25 presidential election in the country may validly be declared elected president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria without that candidate obtaining at least 75% of the votes cast in the FCT Abuja. A declaration that no candidate in the February 25 presidential election may validly be sworn in as President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria without such candidates having obtained 25% of the votes cast in FCT Abuja. A declaration that following the February 25 presidential election and until a successor is determined in accordance with the provisions of the Constitution and sworn in, the term of office of His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, GCON, as President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria subsists and endures in accordance with the provisions of Section 134(1)(a) of the Constitution, and orders setting aside or suspending any declaration and or issuance of a certificate of return to any candidate in the February 25 presidential election in the country as having been elected, serve and expect it judicially determined with finality that such candidates fulfill the conditions stated in Section 134 2B of the Constitution. This is the second suit against Tinubu's swearing in. There is a pending suit at the Court of Appeal seeking order barring the scheduled swearing in. These suits were filed despite the inauguration of the presidential election petitions court to preside over the fallout of the 2023 presidential poll. The FCT question also forms the major grounds in the petitions of the Labour Party and the People's Democratic Party against Tinubu and INEC. The tribunal is vested with jurisdiction in post-presidential election related cases. Okay, oh. The thing it is strong more and more. But those who believe that they have the yam and cut and the knife, they are bragging that forget. Now not they just they make, but it goes round to say that this one he might not be business as usual, because we know that normal thing. People will shout, they will talk, forget it. At the end of the day, wait go be because of a lawlessness in the country. The plaintiff can move a motion for accelerated hearing on the matter, but unfortunately the leadership of Nigeria is lawless. They don't obey court orders. Okay. All five are Igbos. They never learn. I think you people said that 25% in FCT not mandatory. These people will not stop dreaming. Never will I take an empty, corrupt, old fool like Tinubu as my president. God forbid. Only God can stop Tinubu. Awo lost in 1979, 83, questionable circumstances. MKO lost in 1993. Yorubas took it and were compensated in 1999. Obi is not the only Igbo man that can rule. The Igbos should look beyond the ambition of Obi and work for the cohesion of the Igbos race. Awo MKO lost, but OBJ gained. But they should not think this their last chance. They can build on this for the future. Only God can stop Tinubu. God has already stopped him. Follow up the tribunal. All these Igbos are wasting their time. Buhari doesn't need that. No court will be mad enough to grant such relief except if we are praying for military takeover in which all politicians will go on 10 years leave to enable national reordering. Good if military takeover. Are you enjoying democracy since 2015? Even since 1999, he enjoyed democracy. Okay, if you want military takeover, you should not have conducted election. Now that a winner has emerged, you can't go military any longer. Better military than a thief who stole another person's mandate to sit there. So Buhari should continue instead of Tinubu to be sworn in. You people are very confused set of people that have run out of ideas. Thank God I have solid something doing to defend my marriage and family. I want you to ask yourself this question: do I have something solid doing? Because it will not be long now, another cry of hardship will start. By then, all of you that are shouting and abusing people here will know that father father the wear gun. Okay, no forces can stall the swearing in. It will shock you. The symptoms of drug member. That is good. Let court do what a drug lord cannot be. Nigeria. Okay, the drug lord cannot be Nigeria president. What an outrageous interpretation. Is the FCC better than any state, other states? Why are you talking like this? Abuja. Hey, the prices of things in Abuja and in Kogi state or Delta state not the same. Oh, you are such unserious person. So your so-called president-elect did not win FCT as stipulated in the constitution. Let us watch and see whether Tinubu fulfill the requirements of the law or not. Tinubu swearing in cannot be stopped. Hey, you think so? What sort of humans are these people? Who told them that court has the right to do all these things that they asked for? Any lawyer that comes for such case should be reprimanded by NBA. What of the governors too that have cases pending? What of the legislatures? These people should be mobbed when approaching the courts. I pray it just don't happen because I'm sending it that way. When you become too much desperate with bitterness, you will be clouded with unnecessary things. That is to tell you that nobody has a monopoly to anything. We saw people in broad daylight threatening people here and there that if you don't vote for APC, no come out. It has never happened. People who are Igbe wagers, they always ballot snatchers. You know what they do? They always do that, like armed robbers. But this one, they came out and nobody was arrested. Their faces are all over the place. So if you think that you can do that, which has never happened before, or which had never happened before, and you did it and you go scot-free, you will think other people, they don't get scon. Okay. Nobody has monopoly to anything. That is what we have been saying. So guys, leave your comment down there below and let's have your take.